But I want to talk about Wan-Bissaka and Mitoma, because obviously they had a bit of a battle, and of course there was a lot of debate online about who came out on top. Really,
he studied the art of dribbling, right? He knows what to do, and cutting back on his favoured right foot and bending it.
Mitoma had a few goes. He did get past him a few times as well. But
皆さんこんにちは。いつもたくさんご視聴いただきありがとうございます。そして今回も350ライクでパート3の動画をアップロードします。本当にパート1の動画にたくさんのライクを残していただきありがとうございます。そしてパート3の動画では、さらにその現地のサポーターが三笘選手のマンチェスターユナイテッド戦の評価をする動画をアップロードしますので、たくさんのライクをよろしくお願いいたします。皆さんは、今回のその三笘選手のパフォーマンスをどのように評価していますか？ 10 点中の評価をこの下のコメント欄に書いていただければと思います。そしてこちらが今現在のスコア予想ランキングになりますが、まだまだ6月まで試合が残っていますし、4点差以上のスコア予想を当てた方には2ポイントとしてカウントしますし、1位になった方には6月にユニフォームをプレゼントしますので、これからもたくさんのスコア予想をお待ちしております。もちろんサムネにプレビューって書いてある動画にスコア予想を当てるゲームとなります。では今回訳した動画の一番最後には、イングランド紙による三笘選手のパフォーマンスを評価するものも訳したので、この動画の一番最後まで見ていただければと思います。では今回訳した動画はこちらになります。
But I want to talk about Wan-Bissaka and Mitoma, because obviously they had a bit of a battle, and of course there was a lot of debate online about who came out on top, really. And I remember the chance in the first half when Mitoma should have squared it, really, but then ended up having the shot and basically knocked out De Gea, got a nice sort of ball to the face. And then there was a sort of really good battle, I thought, between the two. Let's start with you, Charlie. Who do you think came out on top? And was it one of those battles where it's always going to be difficult for the fullback, especially Brighton at home? Mitoma, had a fantastic season, but he's obviously played him recently in the FA Cup semis as well, so he sort of knew maybe how to play against him. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka, I think the battle in the FA Cup semi-final was better than last night's. From Wan-Bissaka's point of view, I think it was quite clear that he kind of won that one. The one yesterday was a bit odd because and Wan-Bissaka's weird. Like defensively, as good as he is defensively, he's probably one of the best one-on-one defensive kind of players with last-ditch tackling, all that palaver. But the amount that he was showing Mitoma on his left, right? Like he was literally begging him, like, go on, like I dare you, go down this left side. Because I don't know if it's like something I'm guessing it's something they've looked at, right? That Mitoma, he studied the art of dribbling, right? He knows what to do, and cutting back on his favoured right foot and bending it. And I do think that if Mitoma, there was a couple of times, wasn't he, where he was one-on-one with Wan-Bissaka and tried to poke shots. If there was a little bit, I don't know whether that comes down to just decision-making, game management of just finding a pass or trusting that left foot a little bit more than, it could have been possibly 2 or 3-0. But no, I think it's a, regardless of, I mean, look, maybe Aaron Wan-Bissaka, from his point of view, ultimately he stopped Mitoma from scoring, so maybe he looks at, he's beaten him. Matoma maybe looks at it like, well, I managed to actually get a few successful or half chances against you, so maybe I look at it as if I've beaten you. But I mean, it's a great one-on-one matchup, and look, Wan-Bissaka will always be chosen against those type of players.
And Ryan, what do you think of the battle? Who do you think came out on top?
I think Charlie's right. There wasn't really much of a battle. I think the first half, Mitoma had a few goes. He did get past him a few times as well. But yeah, that sort of final ball wasn't there. I think that the second half we stopped really going through him. I think, to be honest with you, it was credit to probably De Zerbi for changing that rather than just going through Mitoma and almost putting the pressure on him to create chances. Because second half, we didn't really tend to do that too much. We sort of went through the middle a lot more. We used Caicedo a lot yesterday, and Gilmore was pretty impressive, as I said. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that there was really a clear winner. I guess if you were to edge it, you would give it Mitoma just because we won the game and he got through a few times. But I wouldn't really say it was one of Mitoma's best games anyway. But yeah, don't get me wrong. At Wembley, yeah, you'd say that it was Wan-Bissaka, but I don't think there was a clear cut winner. I guess maybe a bit of Brighton bias. I give it to Matoma because we won the game, but as I said, it wasn't like a battle, was it? It wasn't let's watch Wan-Bissaka and Matoma. It was almost a bit of a media hype for the sake of it. I think, to be honest with you, the battles were in midfield, and I think when you watched, particularly Gilmour yesterday, when you watched particularly Casemiro, Anthony against Dunk was quite a hilarious one where he sort of bounced off his shoulder about 30 yards. But those battles were good. Matoma against Wan-Bissaka, probably less so.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. I think Matoma was brilliant at getting at Wan-Bissaka and potentially, getting past him a few times, but his end product, was poor to his standards. I think there was that one scuff shot where he tried to sort of like scoop it, and De Gea just obviously very easy for him. And then of course where he should have squared it and should have scored potentially. So I think it wasn't. Yeah, he started well and then sort of just faltered off. But let's.
今回の動画はいかがでしたでしょうか。また350ライクでパート3の動画もアップロードしますので、たくさんの高評価をよろしくお願いいたします。そしてこちらがイングランド紙による、三笘選手の評価になります。まずはサセックスライブから見ていきたいと思います。このネットの記事では最も評価が低かったのがウェルバック、6点、そして最も評価が高かったのがゴールキーパーのスティール9点。三笘選手に関しては、評価が7点で、このように書いてあります。序盤にショートパスからチャンスを得たが、惜しくもダビド・デヘアの顔面に塞がれた。アーロン・ビサカは、またもや固い態度で立ち向かい、優位に立つことができなかった。しかし、彼は決して努力を止めなかった。そしてこちらがサセックスワールドの評価になるんですけれども、最も評価が低かったのはこちらでもウェルベック7点で、最も評価が高かったのはカイセド9点。そして三笘選手の評価は7点で比較的低い方でした。5分後、得点の絶好のチャンスがあった。左サイドで常に危険な存在であったが、最後のパスが失望的だった。というふうに、少し7点という評価をされました。皆さんは、三笘選手のパフォーマンスについてどのように評価していますか？ 10 点中の評価をこの下のコメント欄に書いていただければと思います。個人的には、その三笘選手は結構な試合を重ねているし、ここ最近では6日間の、休みがあったんですけど、休みというかその試合が、なくて、6日間その練習であったり休むことはできたと思うんですけれども、その前までは3日ごとに1試合していたので、だいぶ疲労も溜まっているのかなというふうに思っています。今回訳した動画でマンチェスターユナイテッドであったり、そのブライトンのファンが話したように、そのワンビサガとのマッチアップであったので、そして特に前半はカセミロもマークしてきていたので、非常に難しい状況の中で三笘選手はプレーしたのではないかと思います。個人的には評価は7点が妥当ではないかと思います。皆さんも意見を教えていただければと思います。では今回の動画はここまでですが、いつも通りチャンネル登録と高評価よろしくお願いいたします。毎日のように新しいコンテンツをアップロードしますので、通知オンにしていただければその新しいコンテンツを見逃すことないです。